I was a little scared when the doctor told me I needed to have my tonsils removed. He said the reason I have such a sore throat is because my tonsils get infected, and once I have them removed, I shouldn't have many sore throats. Sounds good to me. Here I am right on time, an hour before my surgery. That's me in the green shirt, and that's my mom. I was sort of nervous, so Mom said it was okay to bring my favorite blanket. And I felt a little hungry because I couldn't eat or drink anything after midnight. It was sort of like checking into a hotel. The lady said she was expecting us and that she knew exactly how I felt because her grandson had to have his tonsils taken out too. She asked my mom some questions and said that everyone was going to take really good care of me. Then she put a special bracelet on my wrist. Sometimes people have to stay overnight at the hospital, but the doctor said that I wouldn't have to. We only had to wait a few minutes in the surgery waiting room until the nurse came out and called my name. That meant that it was time to get ready for my surgery. She said Mom could come with me. The nurse took us to an area where they get patients ready for surgeries. After I put on a special hospital gown for kids, the nurse hooked me up to a special machine that monitors your heart. I could see just how fast my heart was beating. It was pretty cool. She put a band around my arm to take my blood pressure. It squeezed it kind of tight, but it didn't hurt. Then she put this thing on my finger that tells them how much oxygen is in my blood. She said I scored 100% and my lungs are really strong, and she told me to never start smoking. She took my temperature by rolling a thermometer across my forehead. Mom doesn't have one of those. She usually checks in my ear or puts a thermometer under my tongue. A special doctor called an anesthesiologist came in and told us that she was going to give me some special medicine that would make me very sleepy and would keep me from feeling any pain during the operation. She said she would be there the whole time during my surgery to keep me safe and warm. When my doctor came in, he asked us if we had any questions and said they would be taking me to the operating room very soon. He listened to my heart and had me take some deep breaths. He said there was nothing to worry about. I really liked my doctor and knew that he would do a really good job. The nurse attached a special tube to my hand to give me medicine. It's called an IV. She told me the special tubing would give my body a drink through my veins, which was good because I was a little thirsty since I wasn't supposed to eat or drink anything this morning. The nurse said everything was ready and told Mom she could wait for me in the surgery waiting area. Only doctors, nurses, and patients can go into the operation room. The next thing I knew, I was waking up and that same nurse was there. I was glad to see her. She said I was in the recovery room and my mom would be able to come see me soon. They had me breathe in some oxygen to help me wake up and were by my side the whole time. At first, I felt very sleepy and a little dizzy, but in a few minutes, I was feeling much better. When I was more awake, they said I could go back to the other room and my mom could be with me. I watched TV for a little while until the doctor came in to check on me. He said that everything went really well, and soon I should be feeling much better, and that he couldn't wait to see me at my next appointment. They told me it was really important to drink a lot to keep my throat comfortable, and the nurse gave me some juice and Jell-O and a popsicle. Mom told me that they gave her a special pager so they could find her anywhere in the hospital if they wanted to talk to her. That's pretty cool. My aunt came to see how I was doing. She works at the hospital, but she's not a nurse. She helps keep the hospital clean and safe for patients and visitors. She told me that there are hundreds of people who work at the hospital that you never even see. People who make the food for patients and visitors, people who pay the bills and make sure everyone gets paid, people who take care of the supplies, people who make sure everything works right. Before I knew it, it was time to put my own clothes back on and go home. My nurse told me and my mom what I could do and couldn't do once I got home, like what you can eat when you take your medicine and other stuff like that. You know, I thought going to the hospital would be scary, but it really was pretty cool. So if you need to go to the hospital for an operation or a test, don't worry. They'll take great care of you.